Have you ever wondered why peace seems elusive in the Israel-Palestine conflict? Why, despite decades of negotiations and peace treaties, the two sides remain locked in a cycle of violence and mistrust? It's a question that has puzzled scholars, diplomats, and citizens alike. To understand this, we need to delve into the timeline of major events that have shaped this conflict. The roots of the conflict can be traced back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. It was a time when the Zionist movement was gaining momentum, driven by a longing for a homeland for the Jewish people. This longing was eventually recognized in the Balfour Declaration of 1917, a letter from the British government supporting the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. However, this was not without its complications. The British Mandate of Palestine, established after World War I, saw the governance of the region fall under British administration. The mandate was marked by growing tensions between Jewish and Arab communities, culminating in widespread violence. Fast forward to 1947, and the United Nations proposed a partition plan aiming to divide Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states. This proposal, while accepted by Jewish leaders, was rejected by Arab nations and Palestinian leaders, leading to the 1948 Arab-Israeli War. The Six-Day War in 1967 saw Israel capturing the Gaza Strip and the West Bank, territories that are still disputed today. This was followed by the Yom Kippur War in 1973, a conflict initiated by a coalition of Arab states led by Egypt and Syria. The late 20th century brought the First and Second Intifadas, uprisings against Israeli occupation. The First Intifada, beginning in 1987, led to the Oslo Accords in the mid-90s, an attempt to set a framework for peace. Yet the Second Intifada, erupting in 2000, demonstrated the fragility of these agreements. The timeline brings us to recent escalations, marked by a series of violent clashes and retaliatory attacks. Each new event seems to add another layer of complexity to the conflict, with peace often feeling like an elusive goal. These events have built up layers of complexity in the conflict, making it one of the most enduring and contentious in modern history. The Israel-Palestine conflict is more than a century old and involves a myriad of political, religious, and cultural issues. The heart of this conflict lies in a tangled web of disputes, stretching over land, political recognition, security, and human rights. The question of land ownership is particularly contentious, with both sides laying historical and religious claims to the same territories. Meanwhile, the struggle for political recognition intensifies, as each party seeks to establish its legitimacy. The quest for security is entwined with fears and traumas of past violence, resulting in a cycle of mistrust and retaliation. Above all, there are the deeply rooted human rights concerns, with countless individuals caught in the crossfire of this protracted conflict. As we continue to witness the unfolding of this conflict, understanding its history and complexities is crucial in fostering meaningful conversations and solutions.